All right, Kelowna is a community that's constantly growing with new shops, restaurants, buildings, and of course, communities. And in this video, I'm going to teach you about three of the newest master plan communities in three completely different neighborhoods to teach you all about what Kelowna really does have to offer. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to take you through this brand new, fantastic, beautiful new build in one of Kelowna's largest, newest master plan communities. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the first master plan community we are going to be talking about is the Trailhead at the Ponds community, located in the Upper Mission, which is the southeastern core of Kelowna. Now, the Trailhead at the Ponds is known for its luxury properties, its sweeping views of everything from West Kelowna, the bridge, the city, obviously Lake Okanagan, and sometimes you can see all the way down past Peachland, depending on obviously where your property is located. Now, the architectural style of this new development, you see a lot of that modern farmhouse, West Coast contemporary, and of course the craftsman style, which is very popular here in Kelowna, and it's kind of the common theme in the new development. You're getting a mix of modern West Coast contemporary and that farmhouse, so that's going to be something I probably repeat a lot in these new developments with new builds. And the good thing about the developments I'm going over today, which I think is probably the most important part when you're looking at new builds, is the fact that these areas have preferred builders, and the preferred builders they use in these new master plan communities are reputable, well-known builders that have a lot of reputation in the Okanagan. For example, up here in Trailhead at the Pond, some of the top three preferred builders in the area are going to be Carrington Homes, Richmond Homes, and Kimberly Homes, which again, well known in the Okanagan. When you're buying a property from a highly touted builder that's well known in the area, you can rest assured that you're buying into a safe, solid investment. Now, the pricing in this area, obviously every area we're looking at is going to vary depending on if it's brand new construction, you're getting into a brand new home, or if it's residential resale. But for the new homes here, the walk-ups are starting at around 1.2 million, and this goes all the way for the walkout ranchers to around 1.8 million. Again, that varies depending on the view, if you have a pool, if you have a suite. So there's a few factors at play here. Now, of course, some of the luxury of being in this area in the Upper Mission is you are dead center next to the pond. So this is a Trailhead at the Pond. It just sits above the brand new development shopping area that we have in the Upper Mission. That makes life a whole lot easier. We, of course, have the Save on Food, Shoppers Drug Mart, liquor store, Dollarama, Bosley's, Starbucks, and much more coming to the area. You have one of the newer highly acclaimed schools in Shoot Lake Elementary here. And then, of course, as I've said many of times, the Upper Mission, one of the big bonuses that have come to us in recent years is a ring road. When you follow Gordon up all the way, that connects with Crawford to help alleviate traffic of the new development in the area and provide you an alternate route to get around. So there are a lot of bonuses in this area. Each of these master plan communities are going to have kind of their own feel to them, but they do have a lot of similarities, especially when it comes to the builders, because if you are a reputable, good builder in the area, people are going to want to use you for their projects. So I think the lifestyle that's going to really accompany this area is people have families, young kids that are going to school, because the mission areas are very well known for their quality schools. Someone who also wants to be close to amenities, a little bit out of the downtown area, but nature is your backyard. You step 5 minutes out of your house and you're looking at walking, hiking, biking trails, all while being relatively close to the lake as well. So this is a fantastic area to check out. And if you're coming into town, new construction is your thing, or you just want to be in a newer area, new development, definitely recommend checking out Trailhead at the Ponds. Okay, now we are in the Orchard in the Mission. Once an orchard, now a 103 lot single family community located just down the hill from where we just were in the Lower Mission. This community is emphasizing designed landscape parks and pedestrian connectivity. Now you're going to see some similar things again in terms of the builders and similar styles in the house. The one big difference I would say from Orchard in the Mission to Trailhead at the Ponds, I just noticed a lot more custom builds here. Now, similar architectural style from the farmhouse, the Moody farmhouse, which is, I find, big right now in terms of new builds. That's just like darker colors with that farmhouse aesthetic. Of course, modern builds, and again, the craftsman style, which you're seeing throughout Kelowna, which has West Coast contemporary flares to it. Again, you're also looking at similar builders with Kimberly Homes, Gibson Custom Homes, Impact Builders, and Align West Homes among some of the preferred partners. In terms of price, again, we're talking very similar. In these communities, in these master plan communities, I feel like there's a couple of lots that are going to sell for a certain price and people are going to build exceptional custom homes here, but people who are buying the already built new construction, you're going to see similar price ranges depending on size, square footage, suite views of around 1.3 million to 1.9 million, maybe edging towards that $2 million price mark. And in terms of amenities, pretty much everything the same as the Upper Mission, with the Ponds amenity shopping center just up the hill. You're surrounded by some of the most highly touted schools in all of Kelowna with Dorothea Walker, Okanagan Mission Secondary. Of course, you have Shoot Lake Middle School just up the hill, and there are also a ton of private school options in this area as well. Being in the Lower Mission, you are a little closer to some other amenities too. Of course, you have fantastic access to the water from here, literally just down the street, about a kilometer away. You have the H2O Center, which is going to have a gym, an aquatic center for all ages. You have the Mission Field Parks for baseball and soccer, playgrounds. The Mission Greenway is incredibly close by. You have the MNP Center for your indoor sports and hockey. And for those of you who know, you've seen my videos before, you know the Upper and Lower Mission and the Southeastern Core is some of the most desirable sections of the city. So with these new master plan communities, it's just bringing a higher end aesthetic to some of the builds that have been here since the early 2000s. Very solid construction, really cool and unique communities. And in terms of lifestyle, you're also looking very similar to the Upper Mission. Family-friendly lifestyles, people who want to be close to nature. Maybe you want to be down at the flat. I know for some people who are moving into the area that are a bit older, being on the flats is very important to them. You have a little bit closer access to the water. And if you're looking to scoot to the downtown area, being in the Lower Mission, you're just a tiny bit closer if that's something that's really important to you. So again, when you're coming through here, you're going to get a very similar feel and aesthetic to Trailhead at the Ponds, but it definitely has its own unique vibe. It feels a little more rural in this area, a little more country. I'm guessing that's because it's honestly backing just below Crawford and Southeast Kelowna. And again, this used to be an orchard. So if you look behind me, you see the aesthetic that is ALR land that's never going to be developed. But again, if you're into the new construction, you're looking to move into that new up and coming neighborhood, all three of these places are worth checking out. And depending on what kind of atmosphere you're looking to settle down in, that'll really gear you toward one location or another. But that is the Orchard and the Mission. Now let's go check out the final and last master plan community. All right, before we jump into the next community, as you can see, there's a ton to learn about Kelowna, West Kelowna, and the surrounding towns in the Okanagan. And if you're moving here, you might not be as up to date as someone who's local, who lives here, who's a real estate professional in the area. So if you want to learn more, you have questions, you want to sit down and chat with me either over Zoom or in person, you can reach out to me at the information on the screen right now, linked in the description down below, or book yourself online in the description down below, a free 30-minute consultation. Allow me to answer any questions you have, see how I can help you, get you properly set up so you become more prepared, you become more knowledgeable, and it makes your transition here as smooth as possible. Now, let's move on to the next community because it is the biggest and largest master plan community that we're going to be going over today. And that community is Blue Sky at Black Mountain. Like I said, this is the largest of the three new developments. It's a master plan community created by Melcor Developments featuring high-end neighborhoods such as the Highlands, the Uplands, the Fairways, and Turnberry, with spectacular views of the Okanagan Valley all the way down to Peachland and Black Mountain Golf Club. And it's no joke when it comes to views. I mean, the Upper Mission, Lakeview Heights, I've seen some incredible views here, but places like Mine Hill Drive and Black Mountain are probably the most spectacular views I've seen out of anywhere in the Okanagan. You get a bit of everything. As you can see behind me, you're looking at Kirshner Mountain here, but some of these views will get the entire city of Kelowna. They'll get the mountains, they'll get the lake. You can see all the way down to Peachland, and you're getting a bit of that Southeast Kelowna ALR lands. So rather just a panoramic view of the mountains and lakes, which again is incredible as it is, you are getting a little bit of everything. I remember the first time I viewed a property on Mine Hill Drive. It was an incredibly nice property, but the views actually blew me away. Now, the Blue Sky community. Again, it's just tucked in behind Black Mountain Golf Club, which is one of the premier golf clubs in the Okanagan. Very fun course to play if you're into golf. This development has a little bit of everything from, again, those more modern style custom builds that you see. Definitely, this community is huge, so you are seeing a little more variance of everything with the craftsman style, West Coast contemporary, modern, and a lot more customization of everything. The price ranges here really vary. Again, when you're looking at the pre-built new construction, you're usually sticking in that $1.3 to $2 million range. But when you're looking at the custom builds here, you can find anything from $2 to $8 million in this area. There's a lot more flexibility in this development and opportunity to use your own builder, but preferred builders for this area are 17 North, West Pro Homes, Douglas Lake Homes, and much, much more. And in terms of amenities, you have fantastic access to everything. If you know where Black Mountain is in Kelowna, it's kind of on the northeastern side of the city. It has Rutland right below it, so you're getting access to all of those amenities in Rutland. So you're about 35 minutes to Big White Ski Resort, 15 minutes to Kelowna's International Airport, 12 minutes to UBC Okanagan University, 10 minutes to the YMCA of the Okanagan, 5 minutes to Banks Shopping Center with Save-On, IGA, really everything you need. You're minutes to Black Mountain Elementary School, seconds to the Black Mountain Golf Club, and you are surrounded by nature and hiking trails anywhere in this area. Again, the lifestyle in this area definitely suits people who are starting a family, want to be in a great section of the city. Views are really important to them. But this is also a very high-end luxury area. Some of the streets and sub-neighborhoods in this master plan community are on the very high-end side of luxury, some of the most expensive properties in all of Kelowna. So it's definitely going to be suited to people who are craving that high-end lifestyle and want the whole package to suit it. So being in this area right now, we're actually going to be lucky enough to walk through one of the brand new constructions and this amazing home located just up the street. So I'm going to hop in my car and I'm going to take you through this home and show you what this area really does have to offer. All right, welcome into this beautiful property. Again, we're here at Blue Sky on Black Mountain, just off Carnoustie Drive. And I'm gonna take you guys through this home. It's not gonna be shot like a marketing video. We're just gonna go through this home bit by bit. And honestly, I'm gonna show you how beautiful it is. My brother-in-law who was filming this for me, his jaw was on the floor as we were going through this. Before we go through, I'll give you kind of the breakdown of the stats so we can just talk about more or less what we're seeing when we're actually going through. This property was built by West Pro Homes. There's 4,633 square feet. It's a 7-bedroom, 5-bath, with 2 of those bedrooms being a separate legal suite, a 2-bed, 1-bath legal suite. It's on 0.23 of an acre. Again, brand new, custom built at the time of this video, so could be subject to change, but it's currently listed at $1,700,050. And then the price is plus GST because, again, it's a brand new build, never been lived in before. And as we go through, you're really going to see how high end everything is, from the custom waterfalls to the 3-car garage to just all the finishing touches in terms of the craftsmanship and woodworks. It's, to me, when I'm going through these new builds, is stuff that really stands out. So come on, let's go take a look. Right off the entrance here, we have just a little half bath here. And of course, a perfect place to have an office. Get the natural light in as soon as you walk in if you have a home business. Kind of the perfect place. And then you walk into these vaulted ceilings and kind of the living room, dining room area, which really, really incredible with how beautiful it is. The raised ceilings, the custom cabinetry, the high-end appliances. Again, love this quartz waterfall that's coming down. I always think that's such a nice touch in homes, but the views that you get at some of these places in Black Mountain, follow me for a sec, we'll just step off the deck so you can just get a taste of what some of these views in these new properties at Blue Sky really have to offer. First of all, this deck is huge. Black Mountain offers, I didn't really notice this until I started viewing more and more properties up here, but Black Mountain offers some of the best views in the entire Okanagan. Huge deck, you're overlooking Black Mountain Golf Course. Of course, you have slight views of Kirshner Mountain here and just beautiful landscape as you look out of here. But again, there's a ton more to offer, so let's go check it out. Okay, kitchen, again, one of my favorite parts about any home, but a home like this, when you have a fridge that size, you're gonna make me a happy guy. I also love the mudroom, a mudroom right off of the garage. And of course, not even just a mudroom. You have your washer and dryer here, but you also have a gigantic pantry, almost like a little separate kitchen off of here, the butler's pantry. And then another really nice thing, I'm gonna come out this door here, is you have the 3-car garage. So you have a ton of space out here. obviously new build, so there's stuff in here, but you have the triple car garage. So for the people that have more than one vehicle, more than two vehicles, more than three vehicles, you have the triple car garage, but you also got a lot of space to park in the driveway here too. Now let's go check out the master. Another popular thing I'm noticing in a lot of these new builds is the master on the main floor, which for people who are not wanting to take steps all the time, maybe, you know, they're an older family, but they have kids or people who stay in the downstairs area, the master on the main is pretty ideal. And a master this size with big windows and you get these incredible views, nothing to complain about, especially when you have this size of a walk-in ensuite bathroom and closet. Check this out. You have the standalone tub, huge, gigantic shower. The skylight, I don't even have the lights on in here. The skylight up here, just incredible, brings a ton of natural light in. You have the hideaway toilet. I can't remember exactly what they call these, but the separate toilet. And then you have this incredible walk-in closet, a size that would even make my wife happy. Okay, now let's go take a look at some of the other bedrooms and go down to the lower level of this house. So you get down to the lower level, and one thing you're going to realize is there's a ton of space out here. You have a second fireplace. When I was coming through here for the first time, I thought this was the suite. I was like, oh, it's kind of a cheater suite, like it's separate, more of an in-law suite. But no, there's a whole other section to the house of a suite. This is just a wet bar, which again, entertainers dream to have something like that. You have 3 more additional bedrooms. You have a bedroom off of here. You have a bedroom off of here with another bathroom just across. And here you're going to have another bathroom, 2 more of the bedrooms. So right now we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the office technically is counted as another bedroom. And you have a huge patio down here. So you get the beautiful views from the deck, but you're also getting similar views from the downstairs patio. It's roughed in for a hot tub. And I mean, if I could be out there in a hot tub and taking in those views, I would be pretty happy. And now we are going to check out the 2-bedroom legal suite because, again, if you're moving into a place, your property is in the $1.75 million range and you're wanting a mortgage helper, a 2-bedroom suite in an area like this is going to be a huge financial help, and also just fantastic to help you pay down your mortgage and build equity in your home. So let's check it out. So we're entering into the suite. We're gonna go this way first and just check out the generous sized bedrooms that it has. 2 pretty great sized bedrooms. And then if you follow me down this hallway, we have the 1 bathroom. Again, a nice part about a place like this is you don't have to worry about, in Kelowna, there's a lot of non-conforming or not legal suites. This is a legal suite, a 2-bedroom legal suite that's built right into your new construction home. Nothing you have to worry about with the municipality or bylaws. You rent it out long-term. Or realistically, with the current restrictions right now, you could have short-term rentals out of here because this would be your primary residence. So huge for income. Again, there's 4,633 square feet in this property. So this fairly good size 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom legal suite isn't taking any space really away from you. You still have everything you need in the main house. But let's take one more look up at that downstairs patio to really take in the views that this property has. Again, you're still getting these incredible views overlooking the golf course and up the mountains on this downstairs patio. This is just an example of some of the quality builds that go into these master plan communities. Obviously, Westcam Pro Homes, another reputable builder with tons of experience in the Okanagan. Their building and craftsmanship, second to none. This is a fantastic property. You want more information about the area, any questions from what I've showed you in this video, if you're interested in any of these master plan communities, or you just want to be kept up to date on some of the new construction, whether it is single family homes or maybe it's townhouses and condos, because we also have a lot of that new construction, new builds in our areas, you got to reach out to me. Call me, text me, email me at the information on the screen right now and linked in the description down below. And if you want to book yourself a free 30-minute consultation, just click the link in the description down below. You can sit down over Zoom or in person if you're local or visiting. I can answer any questions you may have, set you up on a proper search, and just get you prepared for whatever transition you're looking to make. Again, my name is Brett Paholi, your Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist. This is my channel, Living in Kelowna, BC. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with really everything to do with Kelowna and the Okanagan surrounding towns, especially if you're looking to move here. Don't hesitate to reach out to me and I will catch you in the next video.